Hi Year 3 and Year 4 and welcome back to our second narrative session of the week. Today's date is Tuesday the 9th of June 2020. You're going to need a pen or a pencil, so something to write with today, and a piece of paper. So pause the video now and make sure that you're ready. Okay, good job. So our narrative unit is based on The Iron Man, written by Ted Hughes. Over the next 3 weeks, we're going to be developing those skills we need to become really good authors of our own adventure story. Now, an adventure story will often have something exciting or extraordinary in it. It could be a quest or a mission. The main character or characters might have to escape danger, go on a quest, or experience something quite out of the ordinary. Now, yesterday I read you the opening 2 pages from The Iron Man, and I said that what I really like about this book is that it dives straight into some action to really engage the reader. Today we're going to have a closer look and really zoom in on how we can craft our sentences and use really precise vocabulary to engage and hook the reader. I'm not going to tell you the rest of the plot for our story, but just remind you of the story stages. So today, like I said, we're looking at the opening, and then after the opening we have our build-up. So the action is rising, some tension is rising, then we reach our climax, so our problem in our story for our main character, and then down towards the end of our story we have the resolution, so how the main character gets out of it, and our ending. Now, you already know about one of our characters in our book, that's the Iron Man. I want to just tell you a little bit about a second character, not introduced yet, but we will do in the next few sessions. So there are a couple of main characters in our story, but for now we're just focusing on the Iron Man. Okay. Let's have a look at our can I question. Can I write effective sentences to hook my reader in? Make sure you've got today's date written at the top of your page and your can I statement. Pause the video now so that you're ready. I'm going to play some dramatic music that I think goes really nicely with this picture, and then explain how the sentences I've written about it really help to engage and hook our reader. Okay, hopefully you can hear my dramatic music in the background. It's a really dramatic start to the Iron Man, and we're going to write 3 short, snappy sentences to engage our reader. Here's my example. The Iron Man waited. The Iron Man waited majestically. The Iron Man waited majestically, but alone. Oh, I love that dramatic music. So really hooking that read in, we've got 3 short sentences that we build on by adding a little extra information each time. So first of all, I've got the Iron Man waited, simply got the verb. Then I've got the Iron Man waited, and I've added an adverb. How did he wait? Majestically. And then again repeated, the Iron Man waited majestically. And then I've got a conjunction, but alone. So adding a little bit extra every single time, but having that repetition to make a dramatic first few sentences. Let's have a go at doing one together, and then you're going to have a go on your own. So we could have, instead of the Iron Man waited, we could have the Iron Man, what could he do? The Iron Man stood, full stop. The Iron Man stood. The Iron Man stood there. My third sentence, The Iron Man stood there. Oh, how is he going to stand there? Still in silence. Okay, so I've got my 3 sentences, adding a bit more on each time. Now it's over to you. Can you construct 3 short sentences where you add a bit more detail each time? Pause the video and give it a go. Well done, guys. Excellent start with our first little challenge. Now, here's our first main challenge for today. Can you help me to improve the sentence and make it more precise? So we've got our Iron Man standing on the edge of the cliff, and I want to talk about what he can see. Now, he looks up to the sky, and I'm going to say he saw birds flying in the sky. That's what was there. And I've got some images here now. We at Red Hills know from experience what it's like to have seagulls, birds flying above us in the sky on the playground at certain times. So you can really picture that image yourself. Okay, I've got some pictures here to help us as well. Now, we've got he saw birds flying. That's our verb in our sentence. Flying in the sky. It's not very precise. I think we can do better. Could you help me? So let's think of some precise verbs. I've got a start here. I've got circling, swooping. What about gliding? Circling, diving. What else could we say? Darting. Darting through the sky. Circling, swooping, gliding, diving, darting. Any more? What about gathering? What about flapping? What about hovering? They're much more precise verbs. Now, can I think of any extra information to add? So instead of just flying in the sky, can we add some adjectives in there? Flying in the what sky? We're not painting a very clear picture here. Can we think of some adjectives? Have a go now. Write some down. Can you think of some adjectives, some ways to describe the sky, and then play the video, and I'll get some ideas here as well. Okay, here we go. So I've got foggy, dull, misty. Can we think of any more? Okay, opposite to that, maybe clear, maybe bright, maybe mysterious, maybe dark. Perhaps you thought of some more. Okay, now let's have a look at an improved sentence here. I've used some of these precise verbs and adjectives. Have we made an improvement? So we've got he saw birds flying in the sky. Let's look at this one here. I'll get my highlighter. He saw birds. Now I've chosen my precise verb here, circling. And I've not just chosen one adjective, I've also chosen an adjective, a colour here. So colours can be adjectives. I've not just put blue though, I've said sapphire, so being more precise. Misty sky. He saw birds circling in the sapphire misty sky. Okay, let's have a go at writing another one using those precise verbs and adjectives. So he saw birds. What could we say? We could say gathering. Oh, I like that. Gathering in the. What about mysterious? Or can we think of a colour? The grey, mysterious sky. Or I'm going to improve that even more. I'm going to write stone grey, mysterious sky. So again, we've really improved that sentence. I'd like you to have a go at that now. So I'd like you to have a go at seeing how many sentences you can come up with using some of our precise verbs or some of your own, and adjectives and another adjective. So we've got precise verb like circling or gathering, then an adjective for a colour, and then another adjective, and then our verb sky. Can you have a go? And that's creating those amazing expanded noun phrases and precise verbs. I want you to see if you could write maybe 3 different sentences doing that. Pause the video, have a go, write them down, really focus on those quality sentences. Down here I've got some colour thesauruses for you to use. So instead of just saying blue, grey, pink, you could be more precise even with your use of adjective. Good job, guys. Come back for our final challenge. Brilliant job on those sentences. Well done. Now here's our final challenge for today. We're going to use repeated questions to intrigue the reader. I'm going to reread you a section from the start of the story that I really love. How far had he walked? Nobody knows. Where had he come from? Nobody knows. How was he made? Nobody knows. So here you'll notice I've highlighted some punctuation. What punctuation have I highlighted? That's right, question marks. So we've got 3 questions and we've got a repeated answer every time. Nobody knows, nobody knows, nobody knows, to really intrigue and hook the reader. Let's have a think. What I'd like you to do is split the remainder of your page into 2. And on one half of it, I'd like you to write some replies that we could put in, some of those repeated replies. So here we've got nobody knows. We could have time will tell. We could have it was a mystery. We could have the answers unknown. Unknown. Notice I've got an apostrophe here because it's not just answer s, it's answer is. So I've contracted that to the answers unknown. Answer is unknown. See if you can pause the video and think about any other options we could have. Okay, good job. Once you've done that, I would like you on the opposite side of your page, you're going to write 3 different questions and then answer them with your chosen reply. So for example, I've got here, where was he going? The answer's unclear. What is he capable of? The answer's unclear. Why was he there? The answer's unclear. Okay, so one half of the page, your replies, what you could have, and on the second half of the page, choose one of your replies and write your 3 sentences. Okay, I'll leave this up here for you. So you have a go. You can choose your own questions and your own repeated reply. Pause the video and have a go. Well done, everybody. You've worked so hard today, really zooming in on those sentences. I'd like you to realise what we've actually achieved. We've written a really good paragraph there. So I've put together all of the examples that I've given. You can do this for your work. You could choose the best sentences that you've written for each of those little challenges we've done today. Put them together in a paragraph and it might sound something like this. It probably will sound better than mine. The Iron Man stood. The Iron Man stood there. The Iron Man stood there in silence at the top of the cliff. He saw birds swooping and circling in the angry slate sky. Where was he going? The answer's unknown. What is he capable of? The answer's unknown. Why was he there? The answer's unknown. So today, you have written a really high quality paragraph for the opening of this text that hooks the reader in by using short sentences, precise verbs and questions. Great job. You should be really proud of what you've achieved. make sure you take a photo of what you've written. You could write it out like this in a beautiful paragraph if you're really proud of your work, and send it to Class Dojo, or just show what you've done for each of your challenges today. Well done everyone, and come back tomorrow for a practical challenge.